Live here on StreamYard. Welcome, everybody. Come on into the sacred classroom. You know the drill. Once you get here, please light up my chat box. Tell me hello and where you are tuning in from. I am coming to you from the high Sierras. And if this is the first time you are here, allow me to officially introduce myself. I am Emily Harrison, founder, director here inside the Akashic Academy. And I work with visionaries and thought leaders who want to tap more of their potential. Through the Akashic Records, I have created a proven system that will unlock your potential through your DNA. And this is how it works. This is a secret, is doing the work on yourself before we can get to that level of genius creativity. We have to raise our vibrational frequency. What does that mean? It means the areas of our lives where we are living in lack, whether that's in your finances or anything else that you want to experience, relationships, health, a career that you love, a way that you serve humanity that feels exciting to get out of bed every single morning. This is what it looks like to live in our highest potential. And if there are areas where we're experiencing lack, the reason we're experiencing that lack is because we have unprocessed trauma, trapped emotion within our body, stored shit of playing small, playing the victim, learned helplessness. And it's time to take our power back. The Akashic Records are the realm of consciousness where all information about your soul, past, present, all possible futures, exists from a neutral perspective. So it's been recorded in this realm of consciousness that when you learn how to shift your energetic state, you can tap in and become a vibrational match to this realm of consciousness and ask questions, then download information that's helpful for you so that you can understand what these patterns are, where they came from, how you shift them. Make sense? Yo, Lehigh, I see you out there. All right. You know the drill. There you go, mama. I was going to say, where are all my people lighting up the chat box? I want to know who is here joining me in this space, whether you're here live or whether you're here on the replay. Thank you for being here and spending this day before Thanksgiving with me here. So this is the drill. We're going to hang here for the next 30 minutes or so. This is also the drill. My cat is not huge. Apollo is actually a little, I would probably call him more of like a runt kitty. It's on the runt side. Doesn't he look huge on camera? You photograph big, Polly Bear. Get down. Stop biting me. And don't bite the MAC cord. Do not. No. All right, this is the drill. We are going to hang out here for the next 30 minutes or so. I would love the honor to channel for you all from the Akashic Records. So light up my chat box next with your questions. Where do you feel stuck in life? Where do you want to expand? What do you want to understand more deeply about your existence? Okay. I also want you to trust that if you are brave enough to put your question out there, even if I don't address it live here on the air, you will receive an answer. You'll either receive an answer through the other intelligence that comes in, and I find that's a really beautiful way the guides and the Akashic Records work for us in this space, is they know you're coming. Your higher self nudged you into this space. And as I tap into the collective frequency of our Akashic Records of everybody who's gathering both here and on the replay, I'm going to tap into some aspect of the intelligence that you're seeking, even if it's not your question specifically that I'm answering. It's so cool how that works. Another amazing thing that I find about this space leaves me in a bit of awe. So I want to give you a heads up so you can stay for the whole show, is that the questions build on each other. The activations build on each other. They're designed to be received as a complete experience. Yet I have no idea what they are yet. You guys are going to help me call them in. Another reason I'm so grateful for those of you who tune in and join me inside of this space. Alrighty, so I'm going to channel intelligence for you, and then I will also ask the guides to bring through a transmission that allows us to receive the shift on the cellular level. But the work is not done after you cognitively get an aha in this space, after we shoot you up with Akashic energy so your cells can make the shift, they can release the old patterns and make the shift. You will still have work to do, and that looks like embodiment. Many people call this, I'm being tested by the universe. It's a test, y'all. I have always been somewhat independent and rebellious. My mama is here in the house. She can tell you I'm also a Gemini. I don't freaking like the universe testing me. I found a reframe that's really helpful that allows me to embrace that moment. And what I realized is after I have a cognitive aha moment, I make a shift inside of my body and a decision to show up differently. My higher self, not the universe, my higher self then presents me with an opportunity that allows me to embody or change my previous habitual behavior and step into the new timeline through embodiment. Make sense? So you got to be on the lookout for your test. All right, let's dive in. Amber Zab here on Instagram joining us. I would like to know if I will be able to learn to channel my guides. Yes, 100%. Everybody has the ability to channel their guides. And that's coming from me and my experience, Amber, not necessarily your Akashic record. So I do want to tap in. I mean, I can already hear them and feel them agreeing with me. Can't y'all? Send some love, likes, hearts across the screen for the amazing human specimen that has the ability to tap in to energy that we cannot physically see or experience here on the planet. Yeah. All right, Amber, but I want to tap in and get a unique message for you. Thank you for asking. And your guides are saying you're already receiving this communication and these messages. You are ignoring them though, and you're passing it off as coincidence. So there's synchronicity that's happening in your life, but you're just brushing it off as coincidence. So up-level the ability to see and acknowledge where the energy is already working. That's an easy way to get more of it. A great way to do that is when you notice, for example, your telepathy working. You were thinking of a friend, and that friend texts you, even if it's 24 hours, 48 hours later. Give yourself a telepathy point. Good job. My telepathy was good right there. And you acknowledge it. Okay? If you walk into a room and you notice a big shift in your energy, maybe in your emotional field or maybe in sensations in your body, that's your clairsentience. Acknowledge that. Whoa, I just felt that. I felt that. When I notice a piece of divine wisdom, an aha moment dropping in, I'll give them, I heard that. Okay, I hear you. And bringing more awareness to what's already happening. Because, yeah, by the way, the guides are all saying to all of us, hey, we are talking to you every single day, 24/7. Just, we must attune our ears to listen. Okay. And then, Amber, the guides are also saying that channeling looks different. It's an individual process. And one thing that's keeping you from stepping into channeling more is that you have an idea in your mind of what you think it looks like. And it's just not quite the right fit. I have noticed that my channeling feels very conversational. It's almost like I'm just getting a feed in my ears, or I'm getting out of the way and there's puppeting happening through me. But it still feels very much like me and my personality. And sometimes I feel like, oh man, my clients need to know this is coming from their guides, because it just gets so natural and just starts coming out of me. And I even think, Amber, this still happens to me. I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound enough like channeling. And so I'll notice myself saying, oh, the guides are saying this to you. Oh, this is your guides. So let it look different. Let it be however it is for you, and give yourself the opportunity to explore something different. Because I find that when the channeling is very conversational, it's also super relatable. And that's the difference between trance channeling and trans channeling, the guides are saying. So trance channeling is when you see people, it's more of a mediumship where the guide or being that's being channeled takes on the character, or I should say, brings their own characteristics into that vessel and expresses through that vessel. Where I feel like they keep my personality vessel intact. There's always Emily emoting through. That's why I kind of feel like they're puppeting me. But it does feel like the guidance is flowing through from a higher state. Cool? Was that helpful? Let me know if that was helpful. Let's send Amber some love likes, hearts across the screen, and let's tap in for an activation here that will help us all acknowledge and see our guides and see them at work in our life. I meditate each day so that I may see the divine guidance that is directing my life. That is a mantra that I learned from Dr. Wayne Dyer that just came in. Super important that we meditate. Meditation allows us to slow down and unplug from the matrix of reality that we're all collectively projecting together, and allows us to see the space in between. So that's another thing that's going to be really important if you want to up level. You're welcome, Amber. If you want to up level your ability to recognize what's already happening, you want to slow down and meditate. And let's see, I also want to bring in a third eye activation. I've got my own tuning fork here, so I just want to show that to you guys. It's from MetaVibe Technology. I think another thing that really helps me stay connected to a higher frequency of creation, Om is the primordial vibrational frequency, is I am tapping this thing and just shooting that energy into my body all day. It sits here on my desk. I listen to it. Okay. So we want to activate the third eye. Hi, Melissa. I see you here. Joe Fox, I saw you too. I wanted to say hi to you. Clearing that third eye energy. Just say yes if you want to receive this third eye clearing so that you can see more of what's happening between the lines of reality. Okay, cool. All right, Chandra Kramer. I've always been a workaholic. In the last year, I have no interest in working and just want to hang out on the couch with my dog. And I'm wondering what might be getting in the way of my usual creativity. You're in a transformational rearranging experience all inside of your body, your guides are saying. And your guides are saying, and this is a necessary time. You're learning to hold a frequency of stillness, which is where the creativity and the reinvention is stemming from. It's stemming from this silence, this womb space. And being a workaholic, you haven't been able to slow down enough to fully tap into this. Although the guides are saying it has been there, it's a creative masterpiece project, and it's been inside of you for quite some time. And this slowing down is what's required for you to get to it, for you to access it. So stay with it. I have time like that I give myself almost every day. I can be a bit of a workaholic too. I feel you. And I can feel guilty when I'm in those times of relaxation. But man, there are, especially lately with so much cosmic and galactic energy coming in, I find that there are times when I just need to sit and stare at my fire, do nothing, make a cup of tea, just be present, zone out. And how I know that I'm getting to that point is it's just how you described. There's no interest in doing things. I'm clear on what I could be working on. I'm even inspired to be working on it, but I have no aspect or part of me in that moment wants to do anything except sit there and be. And so I asked the guides about what was happening here, and this is what they're sharing with me, that there's a big rearranging going on. We're quieting, slowing down so that we can get to it and fully be in that space of creation. Awesome. I'm excited that you're taking my class too. So when I talk about this proven system to unlock your potentiality through the Akashic records, what our potentiality looks like is we all have a creative masterpiece to bring to the planet, whether we are changing the globe with a conscious, hey, I'm here to help other people, or if we're here to make changes in ourself for our family. There is a creative masterpiece. Your creative masterpiece might look like freeing the divine feminine intuitive energy in your bloodline again. And so this training is designed to help you release what's standing in your way, dive deep, turn on that illuminated perspective so that you can look at your life differently and see things that you're currently missing. And it's awesome. I'm excited to know you more. Cool. All right. So let's bring in an activation for, let's see, for just to help us in this quieting down process. Okay, the guys want to work on the nervous system because they say one of the things that has kept modern day society from being able to access this realm of quiet, peace, and genius is that we're incredibly overstimulated. We have lost our attention span. We're not even, are we even rivaling the goldfish anymore? Or did the goldfish beat us? Damn, y'all. That's bad. So the nervous system has to be reprogrammed in order to sit comfortably in that quiet space, that space of surrender. So here's the guides want to they want to entice us a little bit, and they want to give us a glimpse of the peace that is associated with surrender. And they also want to tie that process to a higher measure of trust and faith, because a lot of us have lost our trust and faith in ourselves, in the universe, in the world. This is going to help you get it back. You're not doing yourself or anybody else any services or changing the damn planet like we talked about, which is why y'all are here, by holding on to those old thought forms. Okay? All right, so I want you to sit up nice and straight. Tuck your tailbone and your chin under slightly. The guides are going to be ushering in a DNA activation and intelligence through the crystalline tube of light. I want you to lay your palms up in a receptive position on your lap. Soft, gentle, and open. And we're going to take 3 nice deep breaths and just notice what you notice moving in your body. Okay, this is the activation to reset our nervous systems and allow us to glimpse the peace that comes with surrender, and also tying this experience to a higher measure of faith. Close your eyes, deep breath in. Hold at the top of the breath. This is a reset breath. The space at the top of your breath is a point of 0 resistance. So this is where the download's happening. Good. Exhale through pursed lips like you're breathing through a straw. Second deep breath in through the nose. Take it now. Pausing. Drop the shoulders, relax the body. Good. Exhale. Relax the muscles of the face and the jaw. Good third deep breath in. Take it now through the nose. Drawing energy up at the spine, pausing at this point of zero resistance, relaxing into it as we are receiving this reset, this increase in our measure of faith. Good exhale. Good job. Slow blinks. Come on back into the sacred classroom. Do y'all feel that? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I'm feeling it today. I'm loving it. All right, Stacy, I've never really felt I belong on this earth. Hey, welcome to the club, lady. Yes, we'll talk about that. I feel I am here to observe. I wonder if I have a purpose. Yes. Okay. So, that's coming in awesome. So how many of you feel like you don't fit in here on the planet? We're a bunch of freaking starseeds down here, y'all. Living in other places in the galaxy, turning on new skills, experiencing different aspects of consciousness outside of the human form. Also, there are many ascended masters who are coming back into this planet now to bring like codes of evolution from experience. So yeah, a lot of us don't feel like we fit in here. That's why we gotta stick together. We Starseeds. Okay. I feel I'm here to observe. I wonder if I have a purpose. 100%. So so many galactic eyes are on planet Earth right now because what happens here affects the balance of light and equilibrium throughout the entire universe. We're a big deal here, y'all. Okay. And just like we use the Akashic records to download intelligence that helps us, the Akashic records is a living consciousness. It's continuing to evolve and expand. So what that means is that we're also constantly uploading. This grand experiment here on the planet, which looks like how humanity is evolving. And yeah, it looks like the war and the other stuff we're fucking up right now, but it also looks like the stuff that we're fucking up in our interpersonal lives and how we're showing up not in our highest and fullest selves, or where we don't trust ourselves or the universe, or we're not giving ourselves permission to play big because we don't love ourselves enough to create something new and different. We're staying in our oppression. So there's a lot of awareness around what's happening and how we're evolving, and everything that we're doing is being recorded. It's being uploaded to the Akashic records, to the field. And Stacey, what I'm hearing is that you are a divine vessel that as you observe, how you observe what's happening and send that feedback affects how the future of humanity is progressing. So what the guides are saying is, if you can observe what's happening through a neutral perspective of unconditional love, zero judgment, and compassion, which is really challenging. There's huge opportunities to judge the evil that we see happening in the world. But not many people have the ability, at least yet, we're getting it, but to observe from this space of neutrality. And you open up that potential for all of humanity when you're doing that. It's a Roger Bannister effect. He's the one who was the first to break the 4-minute mile. And then once Roger could do it, I could do it. Oh, that's not true. Maybe I'll do it for you. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm going to go live and run a 4-minute mile, y'all. It's not even a pretend. Okay. That was just a joke. But yes, Stacy. So, and everybody, really, the guides are bringing my awareness into the collective. We're all Roger Bannistering something and showing up to every single thing that we do in life, whether you're sitting on a bench, people watching, whatever you do, or going to the grocery store. if we can show up in a frequency of non-judgment and unconditional love, we will transform radically fast. So fast. All right, so the guides would love to bring in an activation for anybody who is feeling challenged around understanding their soul mission. Which, by the way, how many of you send some love likes hearts across the screen that landed for you? If just hearing the guides speak to Stacy about her Starseed lineage DNA, as well as her purpose and the value of her observation. How many of you got something little out of that? Let me know. Cool. It's that giant cat again. Well, you know what? That's what he said. I had to say it. My freaking teenagers say that all the time. I was going to try to get away without a cat joke, but Peter, you baited me, friend. All right, so let's bring in an activation for everyone seeking access, higher access to their soul mission. Okay, this is where the guides are going to start building on the process. So remember the third eye activation that we started with that helps us see greater vision. And then we brought in the activation of surrender. Now the guides are activating the crown. Crown is about 12 to 18 inches above your head, and they are activating soul star. Soul star is about another 12 to 18 inches above that. Crown is where you process your relationship to God. Soul star is where you have your access point to the Akashic records, to innate intelligence, okay? Those two centers being activated now. Thank you, Apollo, for helping me activate and biting me right between my fingers. What the? Hey. I want you to imagine sending the consciousness out the top of, hang on. Dude, you can't hang out in the sacred classroom if you're going to bite the teacher. Out you go. Be on your way, friend. Okay. Back to these uppers. I want you to imagine sending your consciousness as a light, a white light, the guides are saying, out the top of your head, up into the crown. And imagine that light coming down, almost like it's a fountain, surrounding you in an egg shape of golden white light. And then as you're moving up into your soul star, sending blue light up here. I don't know why it's blue, but it's blue. Sapphire blue, creating another layer of the cosmic egg around you, closing it all the way at your feet. Good job. Let yourself just stay in this space for a few moments. Cool. All right. You guys feel that? Ooh, very galactic. That was very galactic in its activation. All right. Thank you, Stacy. You guys having fun? We rocked it today. All right. We got through all three of our questions and activations today. I want to encourage you, if this has served you, please share this out. The more of us that step into our power and self-leadership to change aspects of ourselves, to take responsibility where we're not playing big enough, or we're not wanting enough for ourselves, or we're operating in learned helplessness. The more of us that do this, the faster we transform the planet together and step into higher levels of freedom and fulfillment and creative genius. It's my honor and privilege to share this time here with you today. Before we go, I also want to give you a heads up about the Black Friday special that we're going to be offering. So I, again, talked about the training that unlocks your highest potentiality in the Akashic Records. This training that is, I'll say it's part of that masterpiece of mine. There's some other aspects to it, which include going into sacred vortexes and walking through portals and viscerally connecting with interdimensional beings. But that's for a different day. But this program, this online training, is part of my core genius, part of my legacy that I get to leave here. I should say that the Akashic Records has worked through me to create. It's easier when I get out of the way and just let the Akashic Records be that big. But this is what has allowed me to create over $1 million in revenue since I started this training, take my kids on vacation, not work 24/7. I don't know how many spiritual entrepreneurs out there who are in the beginning stages of your journey. Maybe the reason that you wanted to be, or one of the reasons you wanted to be an entrepreneur, so you could spend more time with your kids. I found myself spending less time in the beginning until I figured out how to leverage my time and my genius. And that's what we want to offer you for Black Friday is 90% off a training course that will walk you through the process of creating your online course the exact way that I have created mine. The cool thing about this too that you won't find anywhere else is you will do all the creation in the space of your Akashic Records. It doesn't matter if you've learned to read the records with me or not. You can still access your higher mind. And each class, I take you into that space. I walk you into that space and all of the work that you channel through from concept to launch. It is seriously comprehensive. Is done in the space of your Akashic Records. We're going to be offering it 90% off, $250. So I wanted just to give you a heads up. If that is for you, make sure that you pay attention for our Black Friday offer. All right. I love you all. I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving with your families, with your friends, with yourself. And I'll see you back here again next week. Okay. Bye. Hey, you, what you doing? Oh, good stuff. All right, I just wanted to check in. I just hopped off of my live for today and wanted to hear your voice. All right. Okay, love you.